Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Jersey Nerds podcast, your home for. Oh, God, that went up on the wrong screen. Enjoy that over top of Justin, viewers.
Already scuffed.
I don't want to see me anyway. So.
Your home for debates and discussions surrounding sports uniforms, hockey jersey design, and more. I'm just recording a podcast. How about you? And today, I am joined by normal co-host Justin. And somewhat normal, about to be recurring co-host Burkus.
Resident water.
We've sort of brought on Burkus as a semi-regular co-host now, just because of everybody else's schedules and personal lives having, conflict with each other, so to speak. So, yeah, you'll be seeing a little bit more of Burkus on the show from now on.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I hope you enjoy him. How you guys doing today?
We certainly will. I am doing
semi-permeable membrane of the Jersey Nerds.
I love it. Oh, that's disgusting. I hate it actually. I was doing well until I heard that comment, but I suppose I will reevaluate my accordingly.
Burkus, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just played game for my beer league. We won 3-0. I blocked a few shots, drew a couple penalties. It was fun.
I thought you were a goalie.
I'm getting back into being goalie right now. I'm a defense.
Okay. I was like, I hope you blocked a few shots and they didn't score any.
Back when I played back in youth league, I did have a shutout where they had 0 shots against.
So, yay! So did you have the shutout or did they shut themselves?
I had the shutout and they had 0
all right.
Against. So I literally could have had an extra attacker the whole game. Man,
I'm gonna say, yeah, get some goalie goals.
I think it was in a tournament too. But
yikes! Stiff competition. It sounds like.
No, it really wasn't. I don't think we ended up winning. I don't know why I'm saying it was.
Yikes. Bpoe, how you doing?
I'm not doing too bad. Just got to spend a weekend.
I thought you were going to say doing well. I was like,
I'm just recording a podcast. Just got to spend a couple of days with a live studio audience. And the Penguins just won. They beat the Blue Jackets. So that's always nice.
There you go.
Yay.
Just got back on Monday, I think it was. Monday night. We went out to Buffalo, took a one-night trip to see the Buffalo Believes Classic, and might as well segue that into what we're wearing. While we were there, the outdoor rink they were playing at, it's the PHF outdoor game it was, between the Buttes and the Six. The KeyBank Center is right down the road, so I couldn't resist. I grabbed this Jack Eichel blue jersey on clearance and a Taylor Hall white one that's hanging up back there. I couldn't resist wearing it today despite not being on topic, which I kind of was spoiled because I had the reference images up. So, on that note, what are you guys wearing?
Pants.
I'm also wearing pants.
Is Justin wearing pants?
I'm also wearing glasses.
Yeah.
Nerd.
I have my glasses sitting here. I just don't have them on because they glare and reflect weird.
I love it.
I'm wearing my only Stadium Series jersey, the Detroit Red Wings 2016, which I actually got tipped off from Justin. So,
that's true. Good old Reddit buy.
It's Pavel Datsyuk on it, and yeah, it's nice. Thank you.
I am wearing one of, I think three, depending on how you slice it, Stadium Series jerseys I have this one, which is a Phil Kessel 2017 Penguin Stadium Series, the one that was in Pittsburgh. No, yes,
17.
And then I also the black 2019 one, again against the Flyers, and then I also have the yellow practice jersey from that game as well. So I have Malkin on the black one on the actual game jersey, and then Matt Cullen on the. But I think that is my complete slate of Stadium Series jerseys in the collection.
The Pens, they've been in, 4 or 5 outdoor games, but I think only 2 have been in Pittsburgh. 2011 Winter Classic and 2017 Stadium Series. Is that correct? Am I
I
forgetting
believe
something?
you're right. I believe you're right.
And
No,
they
I
were
think
also
that's.
in
I think that.
2014 and 2019, and soon to be 2022 or
Yeah.
2023.
Rumored. Yeah.
Rumored, that's right. It was Boston was
Is it
announced, and I
right?
think it's been heavily rumored that the Penguins are the opponent for that one.
Were they rumored for the Winter Classic or for the Stadium Series?
Winter
I
Classic.
think they were rumored for both at times. I think they were rumored for the Stadium Series in Carolina when it was supposed to be like this year, I think.
Yeah.
Or 2021, like the one that got canceled. But now I think they're rumored for the Winter Classic against Boston, the Fenway Sports Group Classic.
I hadn't even thought about that.
I think that's what a lot of people were saying because they own what? Do they own the Bruins too, or is it just they're both in they're based in Boston?
I don't think so, honestly. I think
I
they.
feel like
I
that would
don't
be a
think the
conflict
same.
of interest.
I don't think the same owner can own both, but they
Yeah, I was gonna say
own
that
obviously
seems like a conflict of
and
interest.
Liverpool, one of the
Yeah,
Premier
it's
League
something like they own
teams
the
over
Red
in England.
Sox, and the Red Sox are in Boston, and then the Penguins.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's the connection.
Penguins relocating to Boston confirmed.
Make it happen. Let's do it.
That's why they
Soon-
changed to
soon as
black and gold
Crosby
in the '80s.
The long con. If the Penguins were going to relocate, they would have done it. Well, they almost did. They would have done it when they almost did.
Yeah,
As soon as Crosby retires, you guys are relocating.
There you go. I like it. I like it. That's okay. That'll still be before Columbus gets an outdoor game. So
It's true because news plumbing apparently sucks.
instant karma.
That's the reason that the NHL gave at a press conference. Like this shoes plumbing isn't equipped for winter, so that's the reason they have right now.
And like Nashville's is, or like the Cotton Bowl, or LA, or
Those guys don't count as winter because south.
fair enough. Shall we get into it, gentlemen?
Not quite
What is
yet.
it? What do we do?
I've got a surprise for you guys first.
Uh-oh.
We're gonna play a game, a round of Captain Coach Arena or Captain Coach Coliseum.
Oh, good.
Oh.
My God.
It's been a hot minute since we've done this, but as you guys can
Yes.
see, we don't have a ton of jerseys to draft. I've got 2 guests, so I feel like it's probably a good time. So I've got the list in front of me.
Are you playing?
I have the
Oh,
list
so
in
it's
front
just-
of me, so I am not. It's gonna
You'd
be
be pretty good.
It's gonna be 1v1. And I'm
Is it
gonna
just
spit.
first or do we alternate?
Huh?
Like first to get it or whoever alternates?
I would say alternate, or do you guys want to buzz in?
I think take turns.
And say yeah.
How
I feel
about
like
take turns? Take turns, but with the possibility of a steal if they can't
yeah,
get
I like that idea.
any of them. Yeah.
Cool.
So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on is who you have to go for. Now the one exception will
I
be
like
if it lands on a team that you're very familiar with. We're gonna re-roll. So Burkus would be Columbus, and Justin would be probably Pittsburgh and Dallas. Sound fair?
Yeah.
I mean, I more or less follow like 4 teams. But
I was gonna say I think anything's fair game. I feel like we know enough.
Anything? All right.
Plus,
That's
we all
fair.
know the famous
But
captain
I think-
of the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I think Burkus can name the Penguins things as well as I can, and I can name the Blue Jackets things as well as he can. So
Maybe it depends on how close you paid attention to the broadcast, because to be honest, I do not remember the coach. We're not going to say it right now just in case it comes up, but
that's a fair point.
God.
I definitely
I'm
don't.
Pittsburgh coach right now. Please don't end me up with Pittsburgh. Okay. Cool. Let's go.
all right, who's going first?
I feel like coaches.
Burkus can go first, so I'll go first later by the sounds of it.
That's fair. Let's spin the wheel.
Wheel.
Whoa, it makes a cool sound effect too.
Which we
Oh.
can't
You
hear.
guys can't hear it, but I
I
think the
do that.
listeners can.
Ooh.
That's a last second
what?
click.
Oh.
The Carolina Hurricanes.
I thought that was the Flames.
This is the only arena besides Nationwide that I've been in. So PNC Arena, I don't think it has the word bank in there. The coach is Rod Brindamore, and the captain Why am I second guessing myself? Captain's Aho.
Oh,
Steal captain. I want to steal captain, and I want to do it
Justin,
right
for the steal.
now. Jordan Stahl. Jordan Stahl.
Ah!
And you agree with the other two.
Huh?
And you agree with the other two that your answer for
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Or are we going
Sure.
like each one? I say we go full team.
No, he would. I think he gets 2 points, and I get 1 point.
Two to
Theoretically,
one.
if we
All
were
right,
all.
that's fair. 2-1. It is. Burkus, you
The
were
Hurricanes
correct
are one of the
on
teams
the
I follow,
arena and the
kinda.
coach, and Justin, you were correct on the captain. So if we're
I
doing
don't
by
think
that
I would've-
scoring system, how many do we want to play to? 10? 15? What are we thinking?
15, I don't know.
15 sounds good.
3 points available every round.
For a
So
bonus point, can I name the stadium that they're doing the stadium series in?
Maybe we should do 20 then. If it's 3 points around, there's a likelihood of getting. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe let's just say like 5 rounds each.
okay, that's fair. So we'll do 10 rounds
5
total.
each works.
Yeah.
And a potential tiebreaker round if needed.
Yeah.
All right. So, Justin, your spin?
Me spin. I spin. I'm spin.
And I'm spinning the rain.
Oh.
The Winnipeg Jets.
Oh gosh. I have no idea who their coach is. It used to be Paul Maurice, but I know he stepped down. I haven't thought who came in afterwards. Their captain is Blake Wheeler, I'm pretty sure, and their arena is it MTS Center?
You've got one on the captain. I'm going to fact check my list real quick. I actually
Nice
set this
steal
up
on the
a
arena.
while ago. I think it was late 2021 I set this up. And at this point,
steal the
we've had a couple of changes that I've made manually, so I'm just going to double check here real quick. Burkus,
Yeah.
what are you stealing?
Paul Maurice definitely isn't the coach.
I'm stealing the coach, and depending on how you want to count it, the arena.
Okay, let's see.
I was gonna say arena. I feel like if you get the sponsor, it should count. I feel like you shouldn't have to get the noun.
Well, because it's the Bell MTS Center.
Ah.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
It looks like it's been renamed. Yep,
See, I thought it.
It has changed names. I didn't even realize this. That's why I'm fact checking.
Oh.
What is it now?
The
Since we're both wrong,
the Canada Life Center.
I would never have guessed that.
Me neither.
Me
I
neither.
don't remember that happening at all, honestly.
And their coach, you gave up on their coach, right, Justin?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I also have no idea.
Oh, I thought you had it ready, and that's what you were asking.
No, I was just gonna bullshit a name, but I don't even have a name. Bullshit.
Yeah, I have no idea.
You both concede.
I wanted to be as John Cooper, but I was like, I know he's a coach of another team, but I don't say it. Just
Bruce Boudreaux. We'll say that.
Incorrect.
no. The coach of another team too.
The current coach is Dave Lowry on an interim basis.
Oh, that's right. I remember because on the Steve Dangle podcast, they were talking about how Adam Lowry was getting to be coached by his dad.
Oh, is that his dad? Oh, yeah, that's right. I do remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. Good old dad, Steve.
And professional.
So that's 2-2 after round one.
Yep, and that didn't
Indeed.
remove Winnipeg. It clicked
Wow.
off, so if it rolls on Winnipeg,
Between
I
the
guess
two
we
of us, we
re-roll.
got one thing.
Burkus' turn.
My turn. It's spinning. It's slowing down. It has stopped.
Rangers.
The New York Rangers.
Also, sidebar. What if they don't have a captain?
Name an alternate.
Then you just say
Then
no
I guess
captain.
it's just Coach. Yeah. So I guess no captain counts for the point. But if you say any player, you get it wrong.
Yeah.
I like it.
Basing on the fact that Justin is asking this question, pretty sure it's either Mika Zibanejad or they don't.
You got to pick.
Oh, it's Chris Kreider.
Yeah.
Kreider. They named. I forgot they added him as captain. I think. And then Madison Square Garden. I'm also blanking coach. Oh, Gerard Gallant, because I was mad the Blue Jackets.
You are correct on Gerard Gallant. You are correct on Madison Square Garden. And I do not believe you are correct on the captain.
Okay.
Justin?
I want to say. I want to say captain.
Sorry?
No captain.
Is that your final answer?
Final answer.
That is correct. There is currently no captain. I think quite a few alternate captains, but no regular or no primary captain. So at least according to Wikipedia currently, because I also have it looked up.
I googled it. Yeah, he's right. I don't know why I thought they named Cry.
When you said it, I was like, "Oh yeah, they did."
They did not.
You convinced
at least
me
not as a captain.
what it's worth.
Hockey reference says the last one was McDonough. So.
I knew McDonough was the last one before this season, but I wasn't sure if they did anything this season. So that's 4-3 now.
4-3.
Yeah, 5-2. 4-2.
4-2.
Yeah.
What? No,
Justin.
It was 2-2 after.
Justin got Jordan Stahl from you. Yeah, Justin stole Jordan Stahl from you. You got Blake Wheeler as the captain. Justin's gotten all three captains so far. But nothing else.
I like it.
So, we
Don't
ready
worry
to
about it.
spin again?
Spin. Something other than, something in addition to a captain this time.
Spin the wheel. Justin's turn.
Oh, Dallas Stars. Oilers.
Edmonton
who's
Oilers.
their captain?
I think you've got a pretty easy one in there, at least.
Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid is the captain.
Correct.
As always, I get the coach is no longer Dave Tippett. It's the AHL guy, whose name I'm blanking. It's something with a Cooperman, maybe something Cooperman, and Rexall Center, I think, is their arena. I know they had an old one that they closed it down, but I'm pretty sure the new one has the same sponsor. It just went from place to center, I think.
Are those your final answers?
Unfortunately.
Again, you've got the captain correct and nothing else. Burkus, would you like to steal?
The arena is Rogers Place.
Correct.
That's it. It did change.
Coach, I also have no idea. I'm gonna say John Coolman's.
That is incorrect. Their coach
starts with a C, though.
Is Jay Woodcroft.
Oh, it has a C. Got it.
It does have a C in it. And that's about it on that front. So currently it is 5-4.
5-4. All four captains. Clean sweep.
We're doing significantly worse this game than y'all did.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I thought this would go a lot better. I guess there's been a lot more changes recently than I had realized.
Yeah, you guys got a couple of the recent changes, so let's see if we can change that next round.
Oh. This is round 3, correct?
The Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh boy. Who's their captain? Crystal Tang. No, it's Sidney Crosby.
That's a given. Yep.
Is their captain. Arena is PPG Paint. And your coach is still Mike Sullivan?
I'd like to steal all three.
Is that your final answer, Burkus?
Yes.
Those are all correct, and I believe that is our first 3 for 3 so far.
That is.
Sidney Crosby, Mike Sullivan, and PPG Paints Arena.
The karmic thing to have happen next is that Justin gets the packet.
Right.
Let's
for the
find out.
For the first time, I didn't get the captain.
That was a pretty easy given. Ooh, not too far off from the Blue Jackets, but it's the Boston Bruins.
Okay. Boston Bruins captain is Patrice Bergeron. Their arena is I had it. Like, I had it before I said Bergeron, and as soon as I said Bergeron, um, TD Garden, and their coach is the guy who wears a suit occasionally. Their coach is it's someone who coached before elsewhere. That's what coaches do.
I remember now. Okay.
Is it Claude Julien? No, because he coached the Canadian Olympic team. No, it's
Oh, right.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to start counting down pretty soon, Justin. You tapping out?
It's John Smith, John Doe.
You've got the captain and arena correct. The coach,
Hey,
not so much.
Captain.
Burkus, we stealing?
So I was going to say Claude Julien until you remind me that he not hosted, coached the Olympic.
This one's gonna bother me. I know this one.
Now I have no idea. Raymond Bourque.
That is incorrect. The correct answer, Bruce Cassidy.
Oh, that's it.
He's been with them for a little bit, but it's kind of weird where his name doesn't come to your mind.
I thought he retired. I also definitely thought his name was Bruce. I got those swapped.
I was like, it was one of those situations where I was seeing his face, but I couldn't put a name to it. It was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been with them for a couple of years now, I believe, but it's just one of those names that you don't hear a huge ton if you're not a Bruins fan.
Yeah.
So
was it 8-6 Burkus now?
It is indeed.
That's not ideal.
We're about halfway through, so what are we or potentially halfway through? So are we thinking 15 or 20?
I thought we were doing 5 rounds.
10 rounds. Oh yeah, 5 rounds.
Oh yeah.
So
this is the start of round 4.
This is round 4? All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Forgot about that and was not keeping track, to be honest with you. Round 4.
6.
Ooh. The Los Angeles Kings.
Yikes.
Arena is Staples Center. Captain is on our coach. I do not know enough NHL coaches.
That's what I'm realizing too. I thought I had a good handle on them. All these teams. Shoot, I don't know.
It's the guy that looks default character, like a default NPC. Shit.
That doesn't mean anything for this game.
I know, but like,
if I can describe every inch of his body.
I was about to say he's an old white dude, but that describes literally all of the NHL coaches, except for like John Cooper and Brad Larson.
Generic white guy.
It's one of those names where I'm gonna know it as soon as you say it, but
it kind of reminds me of like Kelsey and I will sometimes play this game with each other where we take each other's phones and like we have this one specific playlist of songs. Kelsey can guess the songs in like a second. I play a second. They know that playlist that well. For me, it takes a little bit longer, but sometimes I can get like the artist, the album, and the like position on the album, but I can't remember the title sometimes.
That's hilarious.
Burkus, you tapped out.
The songs where I'm tapping out on the coach.
I would like to steal the arena.
Sure. You also get to steal the arena because you got the captain correct, but not the arena.
The arena changed from Staples Center to Crypto.com arena, and that
is
like
correct,
everyone.
Justin.
And coach Luke Robitaille, which I know is 100% incorrect.
That's your final answer?
Oh, 100%.
That is 100% incorrect. It is Todd McClellan.
No way. Oh, that's right.
Let's do a double check just to make sure.
No, I think you're right.
I think it is too, but let's just Todd McClellan, according to Wikipedia.
He's bopped around a little bit because he went from Sharks to Oilers to. He's getting that Pacific Division, frequent flyer pass or whatever.
So now I remember the name change because the Crew's new arena is called Lower.com Field.
There you go.
How stupid it is that phrase .com is in names of arenas and fields.
Right. So now it's 9-7. Okay, that means I have a chance
9-7. Justin.
Okay.
Oh, wait. This is round 4 still. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be intense.
I was about to say, you can win with 3, you can tie with 2, but never mind. It is round 4.
Stakes have dropped significantly in the past 3 seconds. Oh, you can.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Well, it's probably it's like it leaves you the option of still having the Blue Jackets, which is nice.
True.
But
I don't know if
true.
you would have gotten the Blue Jackets coach. He did
stars,
play today, so.
Captain Jamie Benn, head coach Rick Bowness, American Airlines Center.
That is correct. That's another 3, and that makes it 10-9, Justin.
3.
I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
a
I'm
good
really
thing
glad this wasn't the final one, because that would have been kind of.
I was gonna say,
but
Yeah.
Rebrand.
All right.
Berkey
Spin
Cirky.
that wheel.
Burkus Cirky. Ooh.
The recently Stadium Series Nashville Predators.
Yeah, how topical.
Captain is Roman Yossi. Unless they screwed me again and changed the arena, it's Bridgestone Arena.
Gosh.
Is our coach still Lafayette? Or how you pronounce it?
I guess we'll find out.
Is that your final answer?
I can't think of who else it would be, so yeah, I guess.
The
I
captain
would like to
is Roman Yossi.
deal.
The arena is Bridgestone Arena. The coach
And the coach
is not
is
Laviolette.
John Hines.
Is that your
Yeah.
final answer?
Final answer.
The coach is John Hines. It is
Yeah.
11-11.
Tied up.
Tied up.
Here
Tied
we
up
go.
with Justin
Just
getting
something, anything. Give it to me.
Justin, you need 2 to guarantee a win. Because
Oh,
if
wait,
you get
what?
1 and Burkus can steal the last 2,
Oh, I hadn't
you
thought
need
about
2 to
the
guarantee a
steal.
win.
not dead yet,
Burkus is
I
not
didn't
dead
think
yet. You need 2 to
so.
guarantee a win.
but I most likely will be by the morning.
But
Right.
if you get at least 1, Burkus, or if you get at least 1 and Burkus gets nothing, then it's game.
Right. I
So
forgot about
here's
the
the
steal.
wheel.
Now, Max Chaos either goes
I was like,
over or
I just need my captain, and
1-1.
that's it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh
The
boy.
San Jose Sharks.
San Jose Sharks. Captain is Logan Couture. Coach is Bob Bugner, or Bogner. I don't know. Bobby B. And they play at SAP Center, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
The captain
three
of
for
the
three.
San Jose Sharks is Logan Couture. The coach
Baba
is
Booey.
Bob Bugner. In the arena is SAP
Baba Booey,
Center.
Baba.
Justin with the clutch 3 for 3 to secure the victory at the very last chance.
For six.
That was a comeback too.
That was. I thought I was sunk when it was like 8-6 or whatever. Oof.
Just for the heck of it, I'm going to spin the wheel and play one myself and hope that I haven't seen it on the list.
The Pittsburgh Penguins.
The Washington Capitals, captain is Ovechkin. I believe it's still the Verizon Center, it is called. Is
I
it?
think that's right. I think
Or
so.
is it Capital One? Or which was it?
Oh,
Is Capital
you're
One
right.
Arena the new or the old name? Shit.
Capital One.
I think Capital One is the current one.
Yeah.
And
That's-
their coach. Oh, who is their coach? I'm gonna remember this as soon as I hear it.
I was gonna
wait.
say, this
No,
is
it's not
one
Barry
that's
Trotz.
blind.
That's the Islanders.
Are
Yeah.
they Lafayette?
I don't think he's coming anywhere anymore.
Hmm.
Or no, isn't Laviolette in Philly?
I think
Is
that's
No,
he
that's
right.
Philly?
That's Mike
Who
Go.
is their
Mike
coach? Because I'm pretty sure. No,
I
I was
don't
gonna say
know.
their coach has been there since after Trotz left, but it was Todd Reardon for a couple years. Now he's back with the Pens.
That's right. Now he's with Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's who I was thinking. I don't know who their coach. I don't
The
have.
coach is also
Cool.
Alexander Ovechkin. Oh,
Yeah,
it
right.
is Laviolette. It is Laviolette. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Does that mean I get
Alright.
a point?
You still lose.
You still
can have
lose,
it.
so if you really want it, sure, but
Yay!
Give you point.
we'll give you a half point because it was an extra unofficial time, so 14 to 11.5 is the final score. Justin takes the
I also
win.
definitely think you miscounted, and Justin should have one more point than he. But
Oh, even better.
If I'll watch the footage, I guess. I honestly, I probably, I will
if
eventually,
I'm right,
but
that means all the angry commenters you get to pay me money.
Sure, that's how it works.
It's your honor to pay me money.
Yeah, what? All right.
All right.
Shall we get the main event where I get to win again? All right.
I think we shall move on to the main event, and that is,
All right.
as accidentally
Ladies and gentlemen.
shown at the beginning of the episode and probably by the title of the episode,
Guys.
another jersey draft. This time,
Whoa.
a stadium series. So,
Whoa. We just had those.
what, a stadium series? We did indeed.
Yeah.
We did just have one. And two of us are wearing Stadium Series jerseys.
And one of us is dumb.
And I was going
Wow.
to, but I wanted to wear my new shiny Buffalo jersey.
Fair.
Because it's
It
very
was
pretty.
totally unplanned.
Anyways,
So what are we doing?
we are doing a
going on?
jersey draft. The rules are very similar to previous, with a few alterations. As
Yeah.
you can see, there are not very many jerseys to pick from. So our alternate rule set here is, well, okay, let me explain the basics first. So we will go in this order here: Justin, then me, then Burkus, and then Snake. So Burkus will get another one, me, and then Justin, and continue on. We each pick a jersey, as we see fit from the list. Now, the alternate rule for this one, normally we have elimination to live studio audiences Clown Hell, but this time with the small amount of, jerseys available, we are doing
And the
it,
lack of studio audience.
and the lack of Clown Hell, I guess. We are doing it in an alternate way. So let's say Justin takes Pittsburgh's 2014. He cannot take the jersey worn in the same game, which would be Chicago's 2014. So that is the limitation here. And as with last time, we can trade, our next upcoming pick for a jersey, and we can trade jerseys picked amongst each other.
And in case anyone wants to get angry in the comments, we are not using the Devils 2014 jersey because they were farts and didn't want to design a new jersey and just used a throwback jersey instead of designing.
Cowards.
That is
They're all
correct. It is
cowards.
that jersey.
Erasing them from.
That jersey is not a Stadium Series jersey, but rather a jersey worn during the Stadium Series, which also makes the math a little bit
Arguably the
easier
best
on
jersey.
that whole Rangers-Islanders three-way of that year. So
Also known as Chicago.
Bpoe.
Because
Justin,
their Winter Classics in 20.
Me.
you are on the clock.
I'm on the clock. I thought I was on a chair. My bad. That was not funny.
Really wasn't.
This isn't my favorite, but I'm drafting strategically, and part of it is to eliminate jerseys that other people might take. So I'm going to take the Burkus Circus Special, the Red Wings 2016 Stadium Series jersey with the #1 overall pick.
Okay, and they played
Yeah.
the Avalanche, it would appear. I see in the back of that image.
Okay.
So that means you
Correct.
cannot take the Avalanche's 2016 jersey.
Take them. Take it. Take that.
For my pick, the second overall, I'm going to
So
go.
I'm frozen.
Oh, Burkus' video is indeed frozen. Oh, there we go. You're back.
There we go. Yay, I'm back.
I am going to
Moving.
take the 2017 Pittsburgh Penguins, the yellow jersey.
Nice.
That
Both
Justin is
jerseys that are
wearing.
being worn.
Yeah, the two jerseys being worn are the first two taken. A little bit of a homer pick, but I love the Penguins in yellow. I loved the alternate that they just got rid of in favor of the new throwback one, and this one's not very far off from that. I think I'd take the old alternate over this one, but this one was still a great look, very colorful. Love the shade of yellow. That's all there is to it, folks.
I'll be honest. It's high on my list, but it's probably like not shrunk. I don't know what the opposite of grown on me, but I've liked it less as time has passed. When it came out, I thought it was like the coolest thing ever, and it was amazing. And then the more time passes, the less into it I am.
I think I might agree, and I think part of it is I think the alternate that was based off of this is better ultimately. I think the main thing this has on the old alternate is the plain black pants. I think that fits better with this, but
True.
ultimately, yeah. I mean, it's still a great jersey in my opinion.
That jersey was #6.
There you go.
Because I'm a nerd.
I did
I
also
think we're
prepare a
gonna
list this time, but it's very rough, and that was
Me
my
too.
number one. So
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Interesting.
Burkus, what
So,
you
I'm certainly
I
not going
am
hard by my list, but it's there for reference in case I need it.
my
That's where I'm at.
first pick is Minnesota 2016 because that is a fantastic jersey.
It is.
Which
It
one?
is.
2016?
The only.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Oh, Minnesota. Oh, that's right. I forgot that was a double year. I didn't include those on my list.
That one was my number
Um,
2 on my
but-
list actually. So that's a fair pick.
Same here. And honestly, I may be better than their home just because of consistency. I like the creamy yolks. That is a topic for another time, or I guess now, whatever.
I need to.
And I'll risk that stay. I'm taking Tampa's from this year. That's my second pick.
Ooh, okay.
Is also a really good jersey.
My Apple Notes is reshuffling a bit, but after a couple eliminations, that was 4th on mine. So yeah, I had that one pretty high up too. It's a really nice looking jersey, honestly,
That,
and
it
the whole
is
uniform.
really clean.
that was 4th on mine as well, so that's a good pick.
It's 4th on mine. So
I guess it
There
would
you
have been
go.
6th after the Wild and Penguins ones are gone because my I was about to pull up or show you guys my list. That wouldn't be good strategically, but my
That would
Apple
not be.
Notes when I click on the checklist, it just shuffles it down to the bottom. So I lose my original ranking a little bit, but that's okay. But yeah, since that game was yesterday, I guess we might as well talk about it a little bit, or at least or do we want to wait until Nashville's picked and talk about it as a whole?
Let's wait until Nashville's pick, just in case anyone is like, oh, but I really love the Nashville one, and it's like, oh, you're probably gonna pick it soon or something.
That's
like
fair.
that.
Oh, I guess I don't have to worry about that.
That's fair.
That's
yeah,
true. You
Burkus
don't
can
have to
fill
worry
all
about that.
Actually, I can't pick it. So I actually really think Chicago's from 16 is also pretty good.
Interesting.
That one gets a lot of flack. I like it. Talk about it more when it's actually picked.
I think it's mostly hated just because it's so similar to their winning. Like in a vacuum, it's a
and
good
their
jersey.
current road jersey.
Yeah, it's just so similar to everything else.
It's definitely not bad.
Uh,
Anyways, I'll move on to my next pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for the LA Kings 2014 Stadium Series jerseys.
Yes.
I mean, they're all Stadium Series.
I thought that was going to sit around for a while. Excellent.
Yeah, I mean, it could be better, of course, by adding color. But honestly, like, if this was their home jersey, minus chrome logo, I wouldn't be that upset with it. It's a very, simple classic striping pattern that makes sense for them because they've used it. That crown logo on the front is great. It should be their current primary logo. It's just all around really good, at least for a monochrome uniform. So one of the better ones from that Stadium Series, for sure, from that year.
This is their best jersey. I think this is their best jersey of the Reebok Edge era for sure. I would say probably even their best jersey since the Reebok Edge era, including the reverse retro, which I know is going to be a bold statement, but
yeah, no.
I don't know if I'd rank it above reverse retro just because of the color, but it might be the best monochrome jersey they've worn at the very least, possibly ever.
I mean, I think the only one that comes close is the Gretzky bad.
Yeah, the Gretzky era ones come pretty close, for sure.
Which, to be fair, is really just the Gretzky era with the colors flipped.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I really like the
Does
current
the Burger
alternates.
King count as monochrome?
The Burger King is not a good jersey.
I know, but just for the sake of argument, does it count as monochrome?
Kind of.
It's got purple, so it depends. Is it dressed?
I mean, the current alternate, honestly, for me, is pretty close to the top. I just wish it was consistent.
Agreed.
Like, honestly, I think the whole black, silver black pattern works really well, especially with this, sparkles, the metallic fabric. But
yes, shiny is good.
The Chrome Dome is too much, and I know that will cause some
I
consternation.
disagree, especially after seeing it in person.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think it works really well on a light base jersey.
Well, there you go. Well, good news, gentlemen. We are at pick number 6, and my favorite Stadium Series jersey of all of them is still available. And I think this might be a bit of a hot take, but the 2014 New York Islanders Stadium Series jersey is the best Stadium Series jersey to have ever Stadium Series jersey.
Oh, you're saying it's the.
I love it.
It
I
is
mean,
a
I
very
think
nice jersey.
the colors are great. The logo is super cool. Their current alternate tries to be this jersey but isn't, and like I hate their current alternate so much because it's like this jersey, but just like it's like when like grandma buys you an Xbox and it's just like a box with an X on it and not like an Xbox. That's what their their current alternate is to me. This is the Xbox, and I love it.
Mom, can we have
I
New
love
York
it.
Islanders alternate jersey at home? Or can we have New York Islanders
Yeah,
alternate jersey? We have New York Islanders alternate jersey at home.
exactly. And
I
then
think
my
this is also of the 2014 games. This is easily the that dealt with the chroming best.
yeah,
I think that's
I think
fair.
it has a border instead of on the logo.
I think there's another jersey that does it really well, and that'll be my next pick, which is the single best Vegas Gold Penguins jersey, and that is the 2014 Penguin Stadium Series, which I don't have in my collection. I used to have a Reebok Premier, but then when I started refocusing to Authentics, I got rid of it, and I'm saying that wearing a Reebok Premier jersey right now, but these are so hard to find that I kind of just made an exception for the time being, and then eventually I'll get an authentic of this, and this one I'll see itself out of the door. But yeah, 2014 Penguins, best Vegas Gold Penguins jersey ever.
I definitely think you could debate with the pre-edge jerseys, but I don't. Those are three pretty good ones. It's certainly the best Vegas Gold one they ever wore post Reebok Edge. Although then again, was it only these three?
Mm-hmm.
Because all the alternates were either blue or Pittsburgh Gold, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was this one. It's their standard Reebok
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, uh, Ottawa template.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Definitely, arguably the best Vegas Gold ever. That was high on my list. My next pick, just making sure. Yep, I don't have that game taken already. I'm gonna go 2016, the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, that's a good one.
This jersey
very-
is, quite a solid look. I like the way that it uses the colors, that it has. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember a ton about this one off the top of my head, aside from seeing the tiny thumbnail there. But it's, I think it does a lot of what an alternate should do, even though this was a specialty jersey. Uses a different logo on the chest. It, from what I can see there, emphasizes the blue, the steel blue, instead of the maroon that they have primarily. I would not mind something similar to this as their current alternate instead of that navy blue one that they got, honestly.
Oh, it would be better. Also, like a team named after snow having a white alternate just makes a lot of sense.
That is true. The Kings do it, so why can't they?
Yeah, yeah. I think too something that this one has and the Hawks one we had earlier, a black helmet on a white jersey actually looks stellar a lot of the time. Like I love it. I don't know that I would want it like consistently, but seeing it here and then seeing it in the Olympics recently too, like I think that's a really like dark helmets on light jerseys are usually pretty decent. White helmets on dark jerseys suck,
Yeah.
but dark helmets on they're matching the pants, like it's usually pretty stellar.
Yeah. I agree. I don't have much to add.
You're on the clock.
So I am on the clock, and you guys are doing a much better job of taking jerseys I agree with your takes on than the All-Star draft.
Oh, fair. Taking jerseys you like.
So I was gonna say I'm gonna go a bit off the board, but then I remembered.
I was gonna say we're 8 picks in and my top 8 is all gone. So
Yeah.
Once I do mine, it's gonna be all of my top 10 gone.
fair.
Oh, the first pick. I think this is in the conversation for most underrated jersey, the Stadium Series,
Interesting.
most underrated jersey of this team's history.
Okay.
And have it ranked number 3 of all Stadium Series jerseys.
Okay.
That is San Jose 2015.
Dang it, that was my 9th. That's the one I was hoping on.
That is
It's awesome.
Beautiful jersey. The split thing works great. The only thing I wish they had done differently is switch to LA style. But beyond that, A plus. Fantastic jersey.
What do you mean by switch to LA style?
The way they
Like
did
the back of the jersey, or
jersey, LA did like a Carolina yoke.
yeah,
The rest white. San Jose just had it all teal.
See, I prefer San Jose's. That's why I asked.
The other way to do is to do like similar to what the Flyers did in 2017 and have like a full name all the way across.
Yeah.
And have that be white, have the top teal and the bottom black.
That's fair. I like the way they did it with the back just teal.
That is, I think that is the 3rd best jersey in Sharks history. And there.
Is this a correct mock-up here from Aesthetics a while ago?
Yes,
okay.
that is the correct one.
The numbers
I think it's
large, but it's accurate.
Yeah, I mean that's just
Oh,
the
it's the
Stadium
Stadium.
Series thing, so.
Sometimes, like, look at the Gabrick numbers on the back. Like, I don't know if the back numbers are any bigger than usual.
Also, like, this is a unofficial mock-up. There could be some slight sizing errors, so let's not take that too seriously here. I was looking for a good photo of the.
Also, the
back.
collars are. I mentioned this before we started recording, but the collars are actually pretty similar to how the Adidas collar now. NHL's been doing that for a while. Where
I really hit with the whatever the John Scott All-Star
game was. There's a good look at
an
actual mock-up of the LA ones.
Adidas color. Yeah. Okay. Well, the numbers do look pretty big there, so maybe.
Oh, I mean they're big, no doubt, but
yeah, I think those jerseys really slap.
No, those Sharks ones are great.
Yeah, and the Kings ones are trash, so I don't have to worry about eliminating a jersey I like.
Yeah. True.
And then another one might be also a bit off the board, but I'm going Pittsburgh 2019.
That was my 10th one, so you went right down my list. So
yeah, I think the skating penguin and all yellow actually, and that was the only complaint I have about those jerseys.
See, that's one that's been the opposite of the 2017 Pens for me. Is I didn't really care for this one when it came out, and admittedly, it was probably due to the fact that it was leaked and leaked with a pretty poor picture. So my first impression of it was pretty bad. But this one has grown on me immensely as the years have gone by, and I think it's an excellent jersey to wear as a fan. Like an all black full uniform isn't the best, but the yellow pops really well, and just as a fan I think it's really fun jersey to wear.
I still would have loved to see them go yellow pants with this one. I think it would have worked very well,
Been
especially
fun.
for a Stadium Series. Like maybe not full time, but for a Stadium Series, give me that. I'll take it.
And also in another one of my hockey tournaments, we played a team that had this jersey but swapped with yellow where black is and black where yellow is.
Oh yeah,
also,
I think the Junior Pens Elite or whatever do that.
Yep, that was the team.
There you go.
Yeah, I believe they do. And then Kelsey's younger brother actually plays on the Low 66ers. He's very good. And they currently have I think that's 2019 style jersey with their logo on it, and it's the 2-color, and then they have the reverse retro style. But next year, I'm sure they're going to go to the current alternate style and the reverse retro style and match. That the Pens Elite teams and those teams always seem to go through, the Pens' newest jersey unveiled becomes their newest dark or light, whichever style it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like this one a lot too. It leaves a bit to be desired for my taste just because it's all black. But I mean, I guess that was kind of the way it goes because the Flyers did that in 2017, so it was their turn to get the colored jersey that year. And for what it's worth too, I don't know if this was the start of the trend, so to speak, of the whole 2-color jerseys, because they do it. There's Edmonton, and there's a couple that come a little bit closer, even if they don't do it exactly.
I mean, even Nashville's this time is like
Philly
strikingly
that
similar to
year.
that Pittsburgh one.
Nashville's close, yeah. I think this is one of the better ones to do it for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to necessarily count Carolina's alternate. No, because I think that came before this one too.
But I think
it's
if
not
you're gonna do
strictly two
black,
color, but it's close.
I think if you're gonna do black and one other color, yellow is the other color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yellow.
it helps too.
It's got to be something bright.
think it helps-
Edmonton
I
could
think
do
it
it with
helps
their navy
the-
and orange. They just don't do it well. They need
They
I
would
think
pull it off
stripes.
if their stripes were thicker.
I think the Penguins helps too that there's so much like yellow space in their logo, whereas the Oilers have, I
Yeah.
would say, more like a higher ratio of navy to orange than they do. Whereas the Penguins, since there's so much in the triangle and the belly and everything, like I think it's a lot more striking. Whereas in the Oilers jersey, the logo doesn't really stand out very well at all.
Maybe if they flipped
Yeah.
the logo colors, which I believe then would be normal color, because right now
WHA.
it's a ghost logo, so to speak. I mean, it works, but it technically flops around the, dark and light of their current,
Dark
their
light,
regular
right.
primary,
Yeah,
I believe. So
It does. That's a good point.
I am on the
what
board
say
now.
you for?
Ooh, I'm between two right now.
I had some in mind. I picked the corresponding jersey already, and I was like, well, that makes my decision a lot easier.
I'm really torn between two right now that are the next two on my list. I'm not sure which one I actually want to go for. You know what? We'll just go for it. We're going to take the other jersey from that game, the Flyers one. Now, I'm not a fan of the shade of orange that they used. I think it's a little too dark. I really wish they used a brighter shade of orange. But if they did, I think this is a fine jersey because it's pretty much the Penguins one,
That one was
but
that
more
one was
colorful.
third to last.
That one I think is really good.
It's definitely a little
It is kind of-
underrated, and I think a lot of it's just because they use such a dark orange. Like, if they used their current orange, it would have been great. I don't know why they darkened it.
It's
but-
kind of funny that you mentioned it's similar to the Penguins one, because if you look at the 2017 matchup and you take the Penguins like arm design and you just kind of move it down like 6 inches, it basically becomes a 2019 Flyers jersey. And then if you take the Flyers jersey from 2017 and move like the stripe down to leave the number where they are, so move the stripe down 6 inches, it like becomes the Penguins jersey. So basically you just take the stripes of 2017, move them down 6 inches on each jersey, swap the accent color, and then you have each team's new jersey.
Yeah,
What we need to
it's
do is
interesting
have-
that some of these Stadium Series games kind of just take the same motif and share it between the teams. So for that, 2019, it was the whole two color, no white, either orange and black or black and gold. 2020, you had the whole like crazy, half kind of split thing and the bigger front logo type of thing. 2015, the other half and half split type of one. 2014, all the chrome logos, for example. So sometimes not as much like 2018 with the Caps and the Leafs, but yeah.
2014 also all the teams had chrome and italicized.
Chrome, yeah, and gold, yeah. I think 2014 was cool. I really, by and large across the board, pretty much. Okie dokie. I have two that I'm kind of going between.
Well,
and
you
I
got two
like
picks.
both of
Well, you
them.
have 2 picks.
Oh, I have 2 picks. Easy. Okay, I forgot about that. I'm so happy. I'm used to being in the middle, I feel like. In that
Before we
case,
do that, I want to create chaos. Philadelphia 2017 versus Pittsburgh 20.
Wait, what's
a
up?
Like a National Hockey League game.
delete, undo.
I did not hear what you said.
No, create.
He said take the Philly 2017 and put it against the Pittsburgh 2019.
Oh.
And then play a National Hockey League game.
I'll do you one more and throw in my next pick, which is the Predators with 2021.
2022.
2 3-way game.
Which is like fairly similar to the Penguins jersey if you're looking at it from a distance.
That was
With,
the
like,
other one I was
navy with-
debating on with the Philly one there.
There you go. So 2021 Preds.
2022.
And then the other 2022. There was no 2021.
Before we move on to your other pick, unless you want to make it now in case
Yeah,
you forget,
Oh yeah.
do we want to talk about the 2022 Stadium Series as a whole?
Yeah,
Or do you want to make your
Let's do
pick
it.
before you forget?
No, go for it. We're here. I'm not gonna forget. I have my list in front of me.
All right. Honestly, I was impressed. I wasn't expecting Nashville's to look too good, and especially the day before we saw yellow socks with it, and we were all like, "Oh God, why?" That worked out really well. I really like the yellow socks.
It's a
I think the one problem they had is the yellow helmet. I thought that was going to work, honestly, after seeing that. But then I saw it on the ice, and no, it did not. The light helmet on the dark jersey does not often work, and that was no exception.
They made them look like a junior elite team, not like a NHL team.
Yeah.
I think it's cool if you look at it's weird, a blue jersey with yellow socks. But if you look at the jersey as a whole, you have a yellow stripe that's the helmet, a blue stripe, a yellow stripe, a blue stripe, a yellow stripe, a blue stripe. It has 5 stripes of each. Wait, does it actually have 5? It has 5 yellow stripes.
Pulling up
their guitar strings.
Now I'm trying to find
their guitar strings. The whole uniform is a guitar. Duh.
Wait,
I'm being
really? Also, guitars have 6.
Huh.
It has 5 spaces in between the 6, though. It's a music staff.
That's not how that works.
Okay. Here's a good photo of Nashville's. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow, and then 4 blue.
4 blue.
5 if you include the skates, which
They
are
also
dark.
Kind of.
Also, would the Nashville jerseys be stronger with yellow numbers? Because I think yes. On the back. I mean,
let's try and
obviously
find
not
a
on this.
good photo of that one. Here's a good look at Tampa's as well, of Stamkos walking to the ice. I'm going to be honest. I feel like you can... This is not this exactly, but I feel like you could take this base and turn it into a pretty decent home and road set for Tampa.
Oh, 100%.
A little less extreme. Use the logo instead of the Bolts text, but this is
also
really good combination of reserved
really
yet
clean.
Yeah, it's good for... I really like it for an alternate. This is a really good combination of reserved yet out there, I think. Also, I didn't mind the helmet logos either, even though they were
I was about
big.
to say, can we get rid of the helmet logos? I think they're ridiculous, and they have
I don't think they were great. I don't think they were terrible, though, honestly. I don't mind them.
I think especially Tampa's helmet is the best of those have looked. I think Tampa's
horrible.
Logos look good. And I actually really like the football style side numbers.
Oh, I hate it.
I wouldn't mind if teams do start doing that more often.
Oh, I would be so upset. I would cry. If that
it looks cool.
If that happens on a full-time alternate, and honestly, teams won't do it because helmet ads.
Oh,
true.
Yeah.
Now,
I'm surprised it didn't have ads in the helmets for this, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh, question: is it better to have helmet ads or
there's a good helmet?
Stupid massive logos or the numbers on the
side? Helmet ads.
Where's a good photo?
I'd prefer ads to these massive logos. I think these are more of an eyesore.
Wow, no.
There's a good look of the Nashville back numbers. That's a tough
maybe
one.
Maybe edit it. I want to see it in yellow. It's hard to say without knowing or without actually seeing it. But
yeah,
I
like the way that looks here, but there isn't a lot of white on the jersey, so it's interesting.
There's not there's the stars in the guitar pick, and that's literally it.
Speaking of the guitar pick, didn't Saros?
Yes, and it looked better. Yeah, Saros is jersey.
Let me try and find that. You sent it on Discord, I believe, right?
I sent it in the Discord.
It was on a Reddit post or something.
Yeah. I think it's in the hockey jerseys.
Okay.
I think it's hockey jerseys. Yeah, it is. Hockey jerseys from 6 a.m.
If you'd like
and it looks so good. So good.
If you'd like to join in on the discussion yourself on all of this stuff, and contribute your own stuff, or just look, or just watch our conversations, I guess. Join our Discord. You can find a link down in the description if you're on YouTube or anywhere else, I think. So click that link. There's also a link tree down there with all of our socials, and it's also kind of animating on the screen if you're watching. So click like if you liked it. Tell all your friends. I messed up half of that, but anyways.
All your friends to stop playing the guitar is all your pick.
I don't know. It almost looks plain without the pick, but it also doesn't look bad
It does,
either. I don't know how I
but
feel about that.
Also, the like mismatched number widths was almost completely unnoticeable.
yeah.
Number or letters?
But numbers, like the back numbers, had different widths.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's very subtle, and I think it's more. I think the back name bars do too, and I think it's a little bit more noticeable there from some of the like fan jerseys I've seen. It was like Burkus said, it was completely indicative.
Because
I
it was
didn't
really
even know that
obvious
was
on
a
the
thing,
unveil
so that's a
because
good sign.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
really obvious on the unveil because the two were different.
I'll be honest, I like the Bolts one close up way more, but I honestly think I prefer in-game uniform the Predators to the Bolts, which is I know pretty hot take, but I don't the Lightning bordered on Leafs territory of polar bears in a snowstorm for me a little bit too much. Um, I don't know. Maybe it was the fact that they had.
Now,
I don't know why because there's lots of blue there, but I think it's just how bottom heavy the jersey is with blue, and then there's nothing up top. I don't know. And then also the backs are pure white too, which doesn't help.
I have a hotter take potentially, and I think I mentioned this in the
Mm.
Discord. But I think the Lightning jerseys would have been better with white pants
No,
No,
because
I
no,
disagree.
they would have
Lightning
been
bolt,
horrible with white pants. We've seen that with the.
lightning bolt blends in with the pants.
Yeah, but then on the back it's literally just white
Yeah, I
from
see your
head to.
point, but I don't think that's that much of an issue, honestly.
I think if you put the lightning bolt thing on the back too, and then did white pants, I might agree with you. Um, but as is, I don't know. I don't know that I can jump on board your train there, Mister Burkus.
And no trains for me.
Do we want to move on? Anything else?
I
Any
think
other
we're
fun
good to move
words?
on. I'm all good. Justin.
So let me just
Did
say
we
that
ever talk about the logo?
UC Saros wearing navy pads instead of his normal yellow pads, such a travesty. Such a
No, those
travesty.
pads were awesome with the guitars
No,
on them.
no, that was Riddick. Riddick had the guitars. Saros just had plain navy pads, which just blended in with everything.
But
If he had
then
gold pads, they would have stuck out. It would have been awesome.
Yellow pads
traded
always
pads
look nice.
or just had Riddick start because he's better
Yeah,
in terms of pad design.
there you go. There you go. All right. So with my next pick, this is a jersey I love. I think the colors are phenomenal. I think the design is phenomenal. I'm really only had it this low because I thought it would stick around, but that is the 2020 Colorado Avalanche jerseys. I love the 2020 Stadium Series designs. I did a whole series on them or part of a series on them a while back. I want to revive it because this is the type of area I like to play in as a designer. I feel like I like to do kind of weird stuff, and
Yeah.
I never want to make a concept that looks like something I've done before. At least at this stage of my concept designing, I know originally I definitely probably did a lot more like standard, like this looks good kind of stuff, and it's like I don't want to do anything that looks good because it looks like a million other things. Like I want to do something that people look at and it's like, oh, that's different. And even if it's like, oh, that's nasty different, like that's different. Like I want to do something unique. And I think there's a lot of times where teams play it safe, and we see that. We saw that with reverse retro and with the Islanders and Red Wings and stuff like that. Whereas this, like, it's arguably ugly, to be honest. But it's unique, it's fresh. It really lets the Avs colors, take full focus, which they should because they're phenomenal. I love everything about this uniform that is below the neck, and then there's that nasty helmet on top, which we've already discussed. But I love them, and in some pictures the lighting's a little weird and they look darker, and in some pictures you got the really brightness of it, and I love this jersey so much.
I will say that version of the big helmet logo absolutely. Also, that like Tampa's is by far the best, and almost no other team I think has pulled it off well.
Yeah,
I like Nashville.
I think
too,
this year
their
was the
helmet one.
best with Tampa now.
Nashville's was good because it was like it said like Nashville's like with separate smaller elements almost, whereas like
Yeah.
most of them
Mhm.
just like big mess. And it like the problem is like with big logos, and I think that's why Tampa's works too, is there's a lot of negative space. But
Yeah.
like with big chunky logos and like the helmet, which obviously is not just a flat thing, like and there's different like dimension to it and different levels, like they just don't line up well at all, and it's just like a jumbled mess.
I honestly forgot how much I liked this one. I mean, the one
I,
problem with me or for me is that it kind of looks like a bib. I can't unsee that,
yes.
and I hate it
Mm-hmm.
because I love every other part of it, but like it works a lot better than it really should. Again, not full-time alternate thing, but stadium series, yes, please give me that.
The two changes they needed to make was have the point end below the collar going up and have the stripe be higher, because on the back it cuts you like the bottom of the numbers and looks unbalanced.
It does line up a little weird, you're right.
I believe there was
I think the mountain is not the strongest. Like I think there's a way to to draw out the mountain.
Bpoe,
but...
go back up.
Huh?
Go back up. More. There, back.
I'm at the top now.
Oh, never mind. I thought that the picture was a squadron made and then didn't use and were fantastic.
Oh, here's a good look at it.
It's actually not as low as I thought it was.
Yeah, that's
not
not bad.
as bad as I remember.
That's not bad at all. It's maybe just a little bit south of the midpoint.
I'm
But
not
yeah,
gonna lie. Honestly, if you just had like a normal, just white stripe across the middle in the front, that's a decent.
I was gonna say,
alt.
Jersey looks phenomenal from the back.
Yeah, that's a decent full-time alt. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If you just kind of do a more traditional front, use that C from the shoulder, from the normal shoulder patch.
Hot take: a half and half jerseys are kind of sick.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with the
Like,
they can either be really good or really bad.
Yeah, like the Kings is horrible. The problem is half and half dark jerseys are awesome. It's really hard to do a half and half white jersey.
Honestly, I don't think the light one's that bad because there's not much contrast between the light, which works out well because it's supposed to be light. But
I think a good matching for San Jose, maybe two for the Kings one I think is right, but I think for the Kings for San Jose would have been just like a Ottawa style with the two thick inner stripes.
Yeah.
Right there. I think that would have been a good.
There you go, and not do a full half and half. That's fair.
I'm trying to find a concept that uses the squadron logo.
While Burkus looks this up, I think I'm gonna make my next pick.
And
I'm going. Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm just gonna show how well.
Well, if you want to send it over in the Discord in our podcast thing, I can throw it up on the screen. Before we get to that, I'm gonna make my next pick, and I'm gonna go 2018 Toronto Maple Leafs.
Ooh.
Now, real quick, let me throw up Burkus's thing. Is it in the podcast recording chat, Burkus?
I just did.
There it is. Let me throw that up there so we don't, go back and forth here. But okay.
Those squadron logos were fantastic.
Yeah,
I forgot they had. I honestly really like the smaller mountain logo that they used on there, which I mean it was the same image as their normal logo, but not normal as the jersey logo, but the actual crested version of that they had on their practice jerseys, I think was really, really smooth.
Yeah.
Nice, slick, smooth. Yeah.
Man, it's giving me a couple ideas.
Anyway,
were really good.
Anyway, the Leafs, Toronto. So I think at this point we've kind of been talking about these jerseys and we're picking ones that are pretty good with maybe a fatal flaw or two. This one very clearly is the all-white equipment, but I think the jersey itself is very nice. And I think if you pair it with blue gloves and pants, you've got a fine regular uniform.
Probably excellent.
It could be a fine alternate. It would be a great Stadium Series one. Arguably doesn't step out of the box that much, aside from the white gear, but that's really it for me. Other than that, I think this is a great looking jersey.
Another thing was, as I look at game photos, the stripes on the socks are worlds apart from each other. It's wild. There's probably a good 10 inches between sock stripes.
I think. Wow, yeah, that
Oh,
does look like a
wow.
lot. Although it does match the jerseys, I believe. Is the better phrase, I
Yeah.
think.
I mean,
That's
you
why
could
I
have
think
just used your normal socks.
I think it's because they fit the whole patch, the whole Stadium Series patch between the arm stripes.
Mm.
But it looks
But
fine.
again, it
But
also makes it consistent with the
Speaking,
chest stripe, I believe. So.
yeah.
Oh, William Nylander, number
speaking,
29.
Both. I
I
also
forgot
That's how long
price
ago that's been.
changed.
and I kind of wish the pants were all white and didn't have that stripe. Weirdly enough,
Or if they were Blue Jacket style and just had the blue stripe band along the bottom.
that'd be cool.
Ooh, that would be interesting.
Also, speaking of the Stadium Series patch, call out this one fan I saw at the Blue Jackets Toronto Maple Leafs game Tuesday. They were wearing the Stadium Series jersey, and they had up in the upper right corner, which is the wrong spot, the 2014 Winter Classic patch.
Ugh.
And I'm like, you have failed.
On the Stadium Series jersey?
On that jersey, they had
Oh,
the 2014
no.
Winter Classic patch in the wrong spot.
I mean, talk about a beautiful jersey though. That 2014 jersey. Sheesh.
Hey,
That
we'll
was-
be getting
that
we'll
was
be
very
getting to
good
that. What, mid to late March?
In a couple weeks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teaser. Whenever the Heritage Classic
Teaser.
happens, we'll be doing another draft of the all-time winter Heritage Centennial Classics, the Classics draft.
Actually, with a slightly more chaotic draft format.
Yes.
Patent pending.
Yes. Max Chaos is good.
All
But
right.
now I think we're getting to a different point too, where a lot of the jerseys I want to pick, I can't pick. Already have their games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like my next pick would be Chicago 2016, but I can't.
I think
do
my
that without
top 3 remaining picks I can't touch.
Should we? Okay. How about this? One more pick for Burkus, and then we drop that because I mean, at a certain point, we're gonna kind of be
no.
No.
Unless you
What am I
physically
even-
cannot make a pick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what am
Yes.
I don't even know what I'm able to pick. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm sure
unless you
there's
cannot
definitely something.
Do
but-
something else.
Yeah, there should still be a good deal. I mean,
Okay.
because we've only picked 5. But most
True.
do 5 jerseys.
Yeah, I've definitely got some picks left.
Uh,
Okay.
Anyways, my next pick is gonna be what I actually think is the 20. That's the Los Angeles. I really like that jersey.
Which one?
Kings 2020.
2020.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That is fantastic. I love it.
I don't love it. I like it.
I think that is the best Kings jersey. They had it from 2000. Whenever they dropped the purple.
2011.
Oh, no.
Well, 2011 had it an alt, but effectively 2011.
Whenever they dropped purple and yellow, up until
Oh, purple and yellow. The 80s.
up from like the Gretzky era through.
That is bold. That is
That is-
bold.
I really like the Big LA. I really like the treatment they did.
Not even their
font
best
is
series.
hitting me of it. That is
All
up
right.
until the reverse. That was their best jersey in like 30 years.
That's wow. That is a spicy take. I appreciate the enthusiasm and the courage, and I don't disagree that much. But I certainly
It more says how much their other jerseys suck.
I mean, yeah. I think you'd be hard pressed to find a dozen people who agree with you on that take, but I respect the heck out of that take.
Then
I want to agree. I admire you so much that I want to jump on board that train, but it has left the station. I am still sitting on the whatever
no one
board.
joins Burkus' trains, and that's
No one joined. They're too fast.
Yes, they're too fast. And,
Bpoe, do you have a ticket for that train?
I don't believe I do, but I respect it.
it would be even more sad if you had a ticket and then just refused to go on.
That's where I'm at. I was like, no.
And
Oh, you
then
could
my
go
other
again.
pick. Yeah, there's no way that's staying. I'll do Philadelphia from 27.
Wait.
That's fair.
Might have.
Oh, I marked the wrong. I marked the wrong one off earlier. I marked F 2017 instead of 2019. I was like, that's already been taken.
Anything down here has not been taken.
Oh, that's fair. I'm looking at my board, not yours.
My dad's laptop screen is so small. Well, not so small, but it's in order to have a good angle, it's far enough away that I can't. On your
Fair. I hate this Flyers jersey so much.
I mean, it's not great, but it's salvageable.
I think part of the problem is that
If they
it's
gave
just
their
too
logo
overrated.
the same treatment they did. If they
Yeah,
gave their logo the same treatment they did for the 20 game, made it orange on black.
I honestly don't think I would hate it so much if they just wore it for the Stadium Series and that was it. The fact that they've kept their alternate for so long is like, this is like
Is it still their alternate?
Yes.
It is still their alternate to this day.
God.
Why?
It's just, I feel like we've had this conversation before, but like I think some jerseys get worse just because they're overrated by the general populace. Like Carolina's alternate, let's be fair, isn't that bad. It's not good, but it's not atrocious. But because the populace loves it so much, I hate it.
It's probably a passable jersey, to be honest.
Yeah, and the problem too is that they like it better than the current home jersey, which is among the best in the league. Carolina's current home jersey is among the best in the NHL. I don't know if it's top 5 or top 10. It's probably at least top 10.
And I was like, what now?
It's rough.
Home jerseys, yes. Out of all jerseys, no.
Oh, out of homes, probably, yeah.
The black numbers on the back of this is just brutal. Also, the bigger thing, too, is that it back as a full-time alternate and kept the comically large numbers.
I get that the numbers on the back match the logo, but I think it's more excusable for the logo to be less visible. I'd argue.
Yeah.
Because you kind of need to see the number of who the player is.
Yeah.
You probably know, what the team is. But even then, the logo's the main focal point, so I'd argue that you want it to contrast, but,
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But
that is great.
The Flyer.
It's my pick. So
your pick. My
I am going to take a jersey that we briefly discussed earlier and is not illegal because the one that I took from that year is from the other game. I'm going to take 2016 Chicago Blackhawks.
What I was hoping to do, but
this jersey,
here we are.
Is a little bit underrated because of the fact that it's very similar to their current road jersey, which is very similar to their 2017 Winter Classic, which is very similar to their 2015 Winter Classic. They've used this style a lot, and that's why 2019, whenever they unveiled that Winter Classic, it was such a breath of fresh air. It was something different than their road jersey again. But when looking back on it, especially in a vacuum, it's a nice fresh take on that road jersey. With a lot larger striping, the shoulder yoke, and so on. Even though it's very black heavy, it does its job well, and it's a nice look. Similar yet different, but not groundbreaking enough, of course, to make it too much higher on this list.
When you give a team that has largely had one design for the past 70 years of their history, 5 outdoor games in the span of 6 years, like what do you want them to like? It's almost not even the Blackhawks' fault. It's like what do you want them to do? Like
yeah, I mean, I think they could have branched out a little bit sooner, but like this one in 2014 were their only Stadium Series games, so they get a little bit of slack for not branching out. And it's also but
and they definitely could, like, it's a still like for the Winter Classic, I kind of get it, like you want to do something that looks like something you've done or something you could have done, whereas like the Stadium Series is your shot to do something wild, and it's like their first Stadium their first Stadium Series was just based on their black alternate that they had previously.
Yeah, and let's also be fair. That was the first Stadium Series, and I don't think it necessarily established this whole stepping out thing yet.
True.
So I'll
Like
give
I
them a
would
little
love to
pass
see it.
there still. But like for the Winter Classics in 15 and 17 especially, like they wore white jerseys for both of those. You could have easily gone with this style that
Yeah.
they went with later in 2019. You could maybe flip this
Right.
around, the 34, 37 kind of style there that they did in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
You could flip that around. You could go for this like, 47 to 51 type of thing, or to 55. You could do something like that. You could somehow flip around the barber pole. Like, you had a lot to play with back in the past here, and you've only, went back to it, one out of 3 chances. Other than that, you just went with your current road jersey, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one's, a nice breath of fresh air, even though it's similar enough.
Yeah.
I have 3 jerseys left that I can pick, and I hate all 3 of them. And I'm trying to pick one I hate the least, because I can't pick the Hawks or Rangers from 2014, which is the ones I would pick. Honestly, I'm surprised both of those are still available. Yeah. So I have the 2018 Caps, the 2014 Ducks, and honestly, I'm gonna go 2014 Ducks. I don't hate it as much as most do.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe that's a hot take.
That is a very hot take.
I don't know that I think I like it, honestly. I don't love it by any means. And I think part of it is like a little bit of like Stockholm syndrome from this being their first orange jersey. And like having to deal with, almost 10 years of black jerseys till that point. So it was a breath of fresh air. I don't know. I don't know that there's anything super wrong with it. I don't know. There's not anything super right with it either, but I think the orange was nice. I don't know. I don't think it's that different than their current alternate that everyone loves. Like, to be quite honest, like.
Looking back at it, I almost agree. Like, I don't think it's fantastic by any sort of stretch. The side panels are kind of weird. The chrome logo, and not even just the chrome, but like the gold on orange is not the best color scheme. I've said that before. I'll say it again. It's not that bad.
I think it's a couple. I think it's just a couple tweaks being really good.
Yeah, like take that arm striping pattern there, stick it on the hem, stretch it across the whole arms. That's pretty good, all things considered.
I think you'd also need to probably swap white and beige so that the beige.
Yeah,
I think, or if you just put an extra black stripe, so just frame black. Which is basically on their current alternate.
Yeah, here's their current alternate, which that's not a good photo, but you can see that the beige and the orange don't touch, which I still don't think they work well together, but it's a lot better when they don't touch.
I honestly wish, seeing this, I wish there was a whole lot less black on it.
This jersey?
Yeah. Like I wish that
I think the balance is fine on this one.
I wish that the thing ended at that thin orange stripe and was just orange the rest of the way down. So it was literally what we just talked about with the Stadium Series. If you just had black, beige, white, black.
I don't think I agree, but I understand.
Or make the black egg.
I also think it's hard because what do you do with, and this is something that I know Chris talks about a lot with black numbers on a colored jersey, is what do you do with an orange jersey? Because like I don't think black numbers look the best, but I also don't know that white numbers would look great either. I'd like to see it.
Flyers look good. The Flyers look great.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I think that this and their current alternate as well.
Maybe just a bolder white outline instead of the white gold kind of mess.
Yeah. I just think like dark numbers on a dark jersey just are a hard battle to fight. Like I think white, because like the Oilers have it too, and I don't think the Oilers look that great with navy numbers on an orange jersey either.
Or Max Chaos beige numbers with a black outline.
I like it.
Oh no.
Orange now black outline.
Yes.
Orange numbers, orange outline. The Harold Ballard special.
Ballard. Toronto Arenas. That's as ever comes. All right. Oh, I gotta pick 2 of these jerseys. Gosh,
that's right. You do gotta go again.
I thought I saved myself. I gotta fall on another sword.
And I believe the math works out that there will be one lone jersey that does
There'll
not
be
get
one
picked.
jersey in shame.
It's sad because I kind of like the 2 jerseys I can't pick.
There's live studio audience's clown hell.
Heyo. Yeah, the
Yeah,
one.
One jersey.
Um.
Being
Ugh. I think
Which 2 are you eligible for, just to remind us?
the 2018 Caps and the 2015 Kings.
Okay.
2015. Oh, never mind. I thought that was already taken, but no, it's just that I can't take it. Continue.
I think I'm going to go with the 2015 Kings. I think it's closer to decent than it looks. Honestly, I think if you throw black pants on it, it's probably not even like a bad look altogether. Like I think it's kind of like the Leafs, where it's like it's cardinal sin is the white pants, and if you solve that, it's not like a stunning jersey or uniform, I should say, because it doesn't change the jersey at all. But it works, and I don't think it would I think it would be forgettable, which is a lot better than its current state.
If you change it to black pants, you aren't too far off.
Whereas like the Caps jersey, like there's too many things I would change to try and make it decent. It's 2014 as well. No, it's 20. No, it's not.
Back to this photo for another look at that jersey.
Like if you do black pants, I think you're in good shape.
If I remember correctly, too, were these not the first use of white pants in the NHL in the modern era? I think the only other time was the Capitals in like the 70s or whatever.
As far as I can't imagine, it's definitely the first time in the Stadium Series, and I can't imagine they shoehorned them anywhere else.
Yeah, I think it's become a bit of now it's become a bit of a trend, but
Burger King didn't use white pants.
Also, it depends on. No, it didn't. It depends on what you classify the 2014 Heritage Classic Vancouver pants.
That's true.
I would call those effectively white pants.
Yeah, that's fair. Although white pants with a white jersey, I guess this would be the first case.
White jersey, correct. Yeah. So. Honestly, crazy thought, gray pants.
It might work.
Like, I think it could.
Swap the white and gray?
I might go as far to say as it would work. I can't confirm it, but...
that would be interesting, a wholesale swap of white and gray, because then you kind of have just like... Oh, yeah, looking at it now in some of these pictures, too, it's basically just a gray uniform with a big white stripe down the center, and then surrounded by... by the black. Penguins legend Jeff Carter.
Rip. You can't say that.
Jeff Carter.
Penguins legend.
We're an explicit podcast now. Fuck.
Yeah. Now that I'm looking at it, this jersey looks like an ice cream sandwich.
It does. Jeff Carter is as good as an ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, honestly, you just change that pant color to anything, and it's better.
Yeah.
Give me purple pants, and it's better. Like, that's not true. But yeah, gray or black pants I think would work. I'm quite intrigued by the idea of gray. And I feel like gray would be cool because then it's still... Actually, I guess regardless of what you do with the pants, it's still a symmetrical uniform, which is kind of satisfying.
Honestly, the more I look at this, the more I actually kind of
like it. What we need to do is...
I don't hate it. I'm glad I picked this instead.
I mean, this hadn't been done at this point, but honestly, this would be great with a chrome dome.
It would.
Because it would really sort of complete that sandwich.
I was thinking about that. I was like, I would change the white helmet, but I don't want it to be black, and I don't think gray helmets exist functionally.
Yeah.
In a color, it looks good, but yeah, a chrome dome would be pretty sick.
It would match the gray on top.
Idea for the pants, Norwegian diamond pants.
Chrome pants.
Yes.
Chrome pants.
I chromed my pants.
All right.
I'm not with my final list looking at it. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with mine too. My next pick, leaving 2 left for Burkus. I'm going to go for the
There's 2 good jerseys left still.
I'm going to go for the 2014 New York Rangers, which Just double checking.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm allowed to pick that one.
Yeah,
Which,
I'm the only one.
I'll be honest, I forgot how decent this was until I just looked it up a bit ago. It has, of course,
Pretty good.
as all of these do, or nearly all of these do, it has its pitfalls for sure, namely the side panels on it. But this is a decent take on a modern Rangers jersey, a modern style white
And
Rangers
also,
jersey.
not enough red to have red pants.
Yeah,
I also
I
think-
would
I think they
agree.
just didn't
No,
want
I-
to invest in getting
I
new
think
pants.
navy pants would look even worse, though.
Yeah,
Weirdly.
White
Like,
pants, white pants, white pants.
oh no, no pants.
let's not do that.
We're all
I would
all
arguably
loose-
take no
loose
pants
jock-
before I take white pants on this one.
this one you do the Norwegian curling pants.
It could really use a normal hem stripe. Actually, I don't even hate it without a hem stripe. I don't know. Something about it. Like, I think if you look at Henrik Lundqvist, he looks great because the pants are covered up.
And also, he did the Yankee. This was the game he
Yeah.
did. The
Yeah,
Yankee
he had
Stadium.
the
Pinstripe.
pinstripe pads, which look sick.
Like, he looks great.
And like, let's be
looks-
fair, that does not make the jerseys any better because
No.
I mean it shouldn't. I think I saw somebody talking about it on like Reddit or something or Twitter the other day and was like, yeah, but Lundqvist looked sick in those, and I'm like, that doesn't make the jersey any better or worse. It just
because he
it makes
covered
it makes
uniform.
Lundqvist look better or worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, I think if you had took those arm stripes, stuck them on the hem, you've got a pretty good modern take on the Rangers here.
All in
Instead
all, a
of the
pretty
Reebok
decent looking
side
game.
panels.
I-
Yeah, it's a lot better
I
than I
think
remembered.
also,
Honestly,
I forget.
go ahead.
Did they chrome the New York? board
They
market?
did.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
The Devils
little
were the
bit.
only one to
Honest-
avoid chrome as a wholesale, I believe.
I'll go far enough to say it. Every single matchup in 2014 was pretty darn good.
You might be right in retrospect. Honestly, I'm starting to wonder if the
You have-
Penguins and the Blackhawks
you
were
have-
the weakest.
Penguins Blackhawks is fantastic. I am dumbfounded that the Blackhawks jersey is still available. I think it's
Oh,
I mean,
any
you know
more.
why it's available for me. Or whoops.
fair because it's black.
And any more because that's gonna be my pick.
There you go. I
Which, yeah.
the Caps wouldn't be.
I am honestly shocked that you took the Rangers for that.
Me
That
too.
Blackhawk has
Well,
one flaw.
It's not. I mean, it's Bpoe. Like he
I'm not
hates
a
black
fan of the
jerseys, so-
black jerseys. Like it doesn't do that much for me. It's not that good to me.
It
It's
has
like
one flaw.
it's
and that's that the
okay. It's
chrome-
fine as a black jersey, but as that's the stipulation. Or that's the qualifier for me.
And
It's fine
look-
as a black jersey.
It looks excellent. It looks excellent against the Penguins jersey, and I think that's a little precursor of the Vegas Golden Knights with like Vegas gold, black, and red.
Mm.
Like it was really satisfying that like these had very similar designs, but
Oh my
they
God,
paired
I
up really
forgot
well.
about the gold pads. Those
Yeah.
are thick.
Yeah. So this one was good. Even the Kings Ducks one, with the Ducks jersey we just talked about, like that Ducks jersey I don't think would look good against a lot of colors, but against the gray,
Yeah.
great.
Another thing I
and
forgot
then- and
about how bad those Penguin socks
I think-
are. Holy crap, those are terrible.
Oh, I did forget about that. Yeah, they had the weird side stripes.
Ooh, why? Why would you do that? But
That's
I think
so bad.
the one flaw that this jersey has is that the logo needs an outline. Beyond that, like, there's nothing.
I don't know if I
great here.
agree. I kind of like it with no outline. I think it's kind of cool.
Hair blend.
I mean, it's chrome though. Like it's different. It's got a sheen to
Oh,
it.
yeah, but it's also a human face. I don't know if you should chrome it.
Chrome face. It's like a penny.
Pennies also suck.
Okay,
The only
Oh,
thing I
they-
hate more is
like a quarter. Take your pick. It's
question,
like a silver
Burkus.
dollar.
Okay.
You want
It's
an
like a toonie.
outline?
Yeah.
You want an outline? What color?
Yeah.
Red.
That's what I was thinking. I think red
I think-
would work well.
Stadium
Red.
series. You know they used to have a tan one.
They,
on the-
yeah, they used to
Yeah.
have a tan one. Come to think of it, they're 0809 alternate, and they're did their black jerseys ever have an outline? According
Yeah,
to
That's
they're
the
a very
uniform
short duration of.
Yeah, that one didn't.
Oh yeah, the 96 to 99
That
one
one.
did.
Yep.
And I think it looks better without it. I'll be honest.
I think for this game,
Yeah.
a red one might have been pretty good, honestly. It would have outlined the logo, but it wouldn't have stood out too much.
I like these jerseys. These might be my favorite Hawks jersey.
Now the question is, does anyone want to trade? Any available? The thing is, the trades are kind of limited because of the game.
Yeah, if you keep those rules, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
quite hard.
I didn't honestly see any sort of desire to trade. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I mean, Burkus, I'd be willing to trade you something for the Penguins 2019, but that's about it. I don't think anything else you'll give up.
I was gonna say I'd like trade the Ducks 2014 for the Kings, but I know
would you trade the Red Wings? Wait, no, I have the Minnesota. No, they play Colorado. Trade the Red Wings.
My first pick, would I trade it for any of the jerseys that I also had a chance to pick? Not a chance.
I thought you said you would trade something for the 2019.
No, that was me. I said I'd trade something for the 2019.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Well, I can't tell what your list is. Hold up.
Well, there's a screen cap.
How about the Kings 2014?
I don't think I'd trade that one because I think I would have had the chance to pick the Penguins at that point.
I was gonna say you'd have to be like the last three, last four. Yeah, I would trade like my last two, but like beyond that, I think I'm pretty happy.
Okay.
I think I have.
I'm cool with that then.
Yeah, I'm fine with where we're at.
I guess maybe Colorado would be the only other one, the 2016 Colorado, but I'm guessing you don't want to trade that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So the one jersey that got left out is 2018, the Washington Capitals. Why?
It's so bad.
I mean,
my rationale.
I guess theoretically that's a good explanation.
I was quite literally choosing between that and the Kings one, and the way I weighed it is the Kings one. You know, I can think of a pretty quick solution to making it pretty good, and we talked about that with changing the pants. This one, I don't have a quick fix. Like it's. Like, I don't even know in general what I would change, and if there were, it's probably like a 5-step thing where it's not even recognizable. I mean, dare I say it would be better if you just replaced all the white with blue in the striping and just made it a 2-color jersey?
I don't know how much contrast you'd have, but I think it might be a better jersey design-wise, and I honestly wonder, too, if it becomes any better if you flip the socks and have the white on the bottom and have it kind of symmetrical.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the big white yoke with no white.
Yeah.
Right, like it's...
I think it kind of evens out on the full uniform. I think having the jersey on its own is kind of weird like that.
See, I think that looks even like, oh, I hate that so much. Like, it looks like he stole something. I honestly, I'm really intrigued by this idea of a navy shoulders. I think it could be pretty slick. Also, the, like, massive cummerbund stripe at the bottom is ridiculous. Like, that needs to be...
I think.
That needs to be, like, red-winged, where it's...
There's
navy on it. Like, it needs to be the same thickness. It needs, like, the top of it needs to stay where it is, and then you need to have the same thickness and then blue like along the bottom of the jersey. But like I don't know, like I don't have a quick solution for this. Like it's just ugly. Ooh, hear me out. Move the white from the shoulder yoke to the upper arms. Do like a penguin or like a Habs 20.
I feel like that saves it. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like that would be excellent.
I feel like I'd want a little bit of white on the hem.
Yeah, and make the bottom.
I think that and the Caps logo, because the Caps logo is stupid.
For a Stadium Series, I can live with it.
Yeah, like I wouldn't choose to put it on there as a designer, but like I don't think it needs to be removed to make it a functional jersey.
Yeah, I would agree. And honestly, like,
if you did the upper arm thing, it'd be, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest too. The Weagle is overrated. Like, it's a nice logo.
It
I don't know how well it fits on the front of a jersey. I really don't. I can't say I've seen
it
that many
doesn't.
concepts
That's
that do
fair.
it that I'm
It
like,
has
this
That's
too
is
big of a
excellent.
difference.
It's like the it's like
I think it
the
has too big of a
it's like the Vegas secondary logo. I love it. I don't think it looks good on the front of a jersey.
I
Like
think
I
it
hate it
worked
that they
well
have
on
it.
I think it worked fine on the reverse retro. I don't think I could see it on too many other things. Um,
And like
I think
I feel like the Kraken have that too, where everyone's like, "Oh, they should put the anchor on a third." I'm like, no, it's not. Like it's an excellent logo. It's not detailed enough to be a
it could
crest.
work, but I think it would have to be the right situation. Same with the Weagle.
I
Like,
think
I would love for them to prove me wrong and release a jersey with that on the front and have it look excellent because
Fair.
it's a great logo. It's great, especially as a shoulder patch. But
Or
I don't
like
know.
the
I just
I feel like the thing for concepts is like, oh, the primary is on the primaries, and then the secondary is on the alt. It's like I don't want to see a Predators jersey with the guitar pick on the front.
yeah.
No, it doesn't work. But yeah,
I think
I think the Weagle's great. I don't think it works on the front.
the main issue with the Weagle being on the front is you have a divot on the middle of the inside. It goes too far down.
Yeah,
So,
it kind of cuts the bottom. Yeah.
so that's why for a lot of my concepts that have the Weagle, I'll do like the 3 DC stars in that space.
Yeah, that's fair. I wouldn't
But
mind. I wouldn't mind if they went like super fullback traditional full time in the 2015 Winter Classic logo with the simple W monument thing and capitals across it. I think that's sick.
I
I
know.
think there's just too much empty space up top there.
I'd have
It's
to
like it's even
hunch my files a little bit, but a while ago I did a concept with the Capitals that basically just cleaned up their primary logo. That I'm still a big fan of.
mm,
I don't mind them using a script like that as their like home jersey logo, especially with the history behind it. Let me see if I can hunt it down right now while you guys and I talk about stuff. It might still be on my hard drive here somewhere. I have so many
question
unused
along
concepts or unfinished concepts.
question along this vein. Are the Capitals the team most in need of a rebrand in the NHL? Because I think it's yes.
I honestly might
Zero
also say
hesitation.
yes. Yeah.
And I'll put it this way: the Capitals are a team who hasn't had a recent like rebranding someone to undo does not count. Like I would probably rebrand the Coyotes first, but
Yes. I think the only ones in contention are the Ducks. I think
mhm.
they have a good enough logo, and the home is almost working.
The Blue Jackets maybe
The
honestly
Blue Jackets is another one.
I like the Blue Jackets
Kings.
logo a lot. I like the Ducks logo a lot.
Oh yeah,
The
I'm talking more of
jerseys
jersey
could both
redesign.
yeah, the jerseys could
They
use
have
some
both have
fixing
very
for
strong.
sure for both of them.
Devils. Honestly, Devils are perfectly passable though.
Devils are
Yeah,
mid. They're very mid.
I think the
Like
top
they're
four.
fine, but they're not spectacular.
I think it's Capitals by far actually. I thought it was like by a little
Here,
bit,
let's
but
see.
far.
I think the top
Oh.
five are. I think the top five are number 5 is Arizona, 4 is Ottawa, 3 is 2 Anaheim, 1 Washington.
I don't know. I think like Winnipeg needs to be in the conversation.
What?
I think
Their home is glorious.
Nashville,
Their
I think
home is real good.
Winnipeg and New Jersey could all use. Yep. I want Winnipeg to go all in on Aviator Blue, but I know they won't.
Yeah, I mean,
That
I've
would
said
be
it before. There's nothing like technically wrong with Winnipeg's home jersey, but I don't know. There's just something about it that I've never loved.
For jerseys that don't really move the needle, they've been around for too long.
Yeah.
And I think you should not have
Yeah.
a media jersey for 10 years. Maybe that's too much, but now Tampa Bay needs a rebrand too, or just like a jersey change. I don't know. I don't want to say rebrand; it's a full scale rebrand, but yeah.
Okay,
Bpoe,
here
did you
we
find
go.
what you were looking for? Or
I
like,
did.
oh,
My
you did.
computer's lagging a tiny bit. I tried,
Oh no.
so we're good. I'll just pull it up whenever Affinity stops loading the files. And it doesn't
Yeah.
help that I have Discord open and the recording software.
Do
and
we
this
want to
and
do
that,
our trivia
so.
question?
Say, yeah, you had a trivia question. So
I do. It's pretty simple. So we talked all these about outdoor games. So now, now 27, Tampa Bay was the 27th team to play outdoors. Who are the 5 teams in the NHL that have not played an outdoor game?
well, I've
Obviously,
got one of
Burkus
them.
should.
Yeah.
I am the big sad.
So Columbus, I'll
Yep.
give y'all Columbus. Since that's
I knew that
so
one
who are the
from the
four?
top.
Who are the 4 others?
Florida, I believe.
I think I could name them all. Columbus, Florida, Carolina, Arizona, Seattle.
Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Easy.
And I
Easy
guess
money.
I think Vegas counts if we're including the, or if we're
And
not.
they're including Tahoe.
If we're including Tahoe, Vegas is in there. If we're not, if we're just doing Stadium Series, Winter Classic, so on, those special games, Vegas is also on that list.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Carolina is not going to be on that list for much longer, because I believe
Mm-hmm. So
they've officially announced the 2023
Yep.
Stadium Series, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So thinking of that, if you are planning a game, let's say 2023, who should the Hurricanes play?
Completely biased Blue Jackets.
Give me Florida.
Yeah, I think Florida. That's where my head's at.
They're two
Florida.
great
Florida
teams
is
in the
a-
league
is
right
having-
now.
Yeah.
Florida is having a third full arena when they're not on should not.
Also, it definitely won't be Florida because Florida is doing the All-Star game next year. I just realized.
You're very right. I was gonna say, what does the standings look like?
I think if it were up to me, it would be the Blue Jackets. For being more realistic, it's probably going to be either the Capitals or Rangers.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be any of these teams, unfortunately.
Yeah, Carolina and Florida, 2 and 3 in the league right now. That would make a great
phenomenal
matchup for next year.
Something
I think they could go well with the
super
jerseys too. Also, hey, look at that, Pittsburgh number 5. Let's go.
Something I just thought it would be so cool from like a storyline perspective is Hurricanes Kraken, just from like the sea monster and the storm kind of like. I think that would make
that would be sick.
really
Yeah.
cool.
Nope. I like that.
Or Hurricanes Lightning would have the same effect, but Lightning.
Yeah.
Lightning just had this one, but that stopped them before?
My name for the disc.
Did the Hawks ever have two in a row?
I mean, they had 2 outdoor games, but I don't think they had 2 of the same.
I don't think they ever had 2 of the same one.
LA, 2014, 2015.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
although that was in 2014. That was in 2014, where 7 different teams were in it too. So
yeah, fair.
I don't think it would happen again, but the NHL always surprises. So
I mean, Chicago is in what, 4 in a row?
Chicago was in, I think, 4 in a row. Yeah, 4 in a row in 5 and 6 years.
Oh yeah, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh boy.
17 and then again in 19.
And it was what, Stadium Winter, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Stadium Winter, Stadium Winter, and then did Winter again. So they were in 3 Winter Classics in 6 years, every other year. Ridiculous.
One of those games would have had Columbus.
Yeah, easily. I
feel like Columbus should have had a game one of these. Well, 2021 might have been good for them if it wasn't for COVID, because they had, a decent team around that time. I mean, the Tampa upsetting team, like.
Oh, we didn't. We sucked ass.
I mean, half decent. I mean, no.
We finished last in the division last year.
Okay, well, maybe not that, but like, they have to play in these games ahead of time, so.
Okay, yeah, 2020 and 2019 would have been good.
Yeah.
It would have been awesome to have a Columbus Tampa outdoor game after the sweep.
This year we've been doing, especially as of recent, we've been doing really well. Like up until yesterday, I think we'd won ever past 11. Wins over.
They've been on a tear.
A 5-game road.
Oh, you know who I just thought about who would be so much fun in the Stadium Series next year? Montreal.
Has a Canadian team hasn't been in one.
Oh, yes.
No, because they've only been in the Harry. Oh no, they've been in a Winter Classic, but
Do it.
not a.
But yeah,
not
no,
a,
that's yeah.
not
I like that.
I think the Leafs are the only Canadian team to
Oh,
have been
that's
in the
right. The
Stadium
Leafs
Series.
were okay.
Now
Need a crazy version of like the maybe potentially real like sash jersey
Yeah.
that they had back in the 90s.
Yeah,
Like just that like amplified. Like
I've
yes,
been
this
I've
needs to
been
happen.
envisioning lately,
You know what?
and I was gonna save it.
This
I was gonna save it for a NWH or a PHF, I should say, expansion concept. But I've been envisioning lately like a jersey with Montreal just vertically down like the right
Oh.
side of the jersey.
okay,
Huh.
this
I don't
jersey,
know why, but I'm
everything
intrigued.
below the sash. Okay. Montreal Stadium Series. This jersey, but everything below the sash.
That'd be pretty sick.
Ooh.
I would really like that. That's amazing. I love it. I'm here for it.
Shall I
But
reveal
yeah.
my Capitals that logo to you guys?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, sure.
Make it so.
All right, I have the current one right below it for comparison. Just on
Oh, I remember this.
the concept as well, but mainly the logo is what I'm looking at here.
It's
So you
also
can kind of
the
see the
B?
difference here, where the C is cleaned up, the A a little bit. It's basically more consistent with itself. The P,
God.
I think
This
the
makes
I
me
and the
realize
T are the
how
main
ridiculous.
things. Are that
This makes me realize how
saying the L,
ridiculously
the S.
wonky the Capitals
Yeah, their
is.
current typography is really wonky, and
That's
It's
C.
also
I think
weird.
I fixed up
that
this a
team-
little bit, but
That's C.
It's
is
also weird that a
off-
team called the Capitals is
all lowercase.
yeah.
I love it. Also, their A, maybe it's just because I've been watching a lot of the Olympics, but their A looks way too much like a curling stone to me right now.
Oh my god, it does. You're not wrong, it does.
I think they also need to
Even the fixed
level
one
off
does.
the top.
Yeah.
I think they need
The
to
fixed one
level
arguably
off-
even more because it doesn't have like the foot on it.
Yeah.
They need to level off the top of the T and the L. They need to make those the same height.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
weird that they have different heights.
I believe I tried that, and it looks
Also,
a little
who
bit
holds a hockey
weird.
stick like that?
But I also have
Who holds a
the
hockey stick like this?
If you're doing like a toe drag,
I mean,
yeah.
I can see it.
yeah, but then your toe is. That's fair.
If you're right-handed.
Oh, this is a logo. It doesn't need to be 100% realistic.
Right.
I believe I tried that on here, and it looks a little bit weird. But as you can see, I did like change the height difference substantially.
Overall, yeah.
So,
Oh my gosh, it's that different. Oh my
yeah,
god.
it looks really weird. I think if I remember correctly, it's been a couple years since I did
Oh
this
my
fixed version.
Gosh. Oh,
It looks
I was
really
gonna say,
weird.
I think I've seen this before.
Yeah, it looks really weird when they're equal,
wait.
if I remember correctly. But
Yeah,
there's a big difference currently.
Oh no. Notice that the T and the L and the Capitals logo aren't parallel.
I think they
They're
are.
close, but
I think they are. Let's
But
find
now
out,
that
I
you
guess.
they
mentioned,
don't look.
I do kind of see it. Honestly, would the Capitals be better to just use their boring W on their alternate logo?
They're parallel.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh.
I feel like the Capitals' alternate W is more successful than their word mark, at least in its current state.
Yes.
Yeah.
But which is dumb because that's such like a placeholder generic garbage logo. Like
Looks like the Washington football team.
honestly,
Washington football team.
exactly.
Yeah.
100%. I honestly would not mind if they brought the Screaming Eagle logo back full time. I don't know that I want to just copy and paste their reverse retro, but I think that logo is the strongest they've ever had. I mean, that's really the only logo.
I don't want them to do it. I would rather them go this route.
Oh.
And like, I know I made this some, of course, a little biased, but I really like this,
Sure.
cleaned up word mark that they have, because it takes their past, it morphs it into the present, and it cleans it up. But
I think it's
honestly,
just that-
yeah, that's probably their next best option. Oh God, why is that their next best option?
Which is right, exactly.
No. What if they did something like in a similar vein to their like Capital Bill? Like I feel like if they clean that up, it might almost kind of work.
Maybe.
The Capital Building one that was on their black jersey back in the
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like you'd have to clean it up a lot because it is so busy.
Yeah, it's very 90s, early 2000s busy.
It's very 90s and like very like minor league, or very not even minor league, but like a logo that has a stick and a puck like across it. Like it's
Yeah.
like the generic like first like concept ever. Like, oh, I'm gonna put hockey sticks so you know it's hockey. I hate that about basketball, how they have to have a basketball.
Yeah,
Like,
it looks very youth team. Like it's
yeah,
not even like just having a hockey
Actually,
stick in there and a puck. It's just the crossed
the
sticks and
way,
pucks. Like
yeah, exactly, and like
it
two
reminds me
random
of
stuff.
I don't know. There might be something similar in the game still, but like years ago in the EA NHL, like I don't remember which game it was. One of the creative
Yeah,
teams, it was like a pickaxe or something like that, and like crossed sticks or
yeah.
something.
I'm, uh, yeah. I think that was like '07 or something where they had like the generic
So
logos
let
in
me see
there.
if I can find that even. It just
I am
reminds me of
sending
that.
a logo into the thing, into the chat.
I love how this. I love how
It
this
is,
went a Stadium Series thing to like
is
let's rebrand
literally.
Capitals.
I sent a logo into the chat that's Columbus's
Yeah, that one's gonna be tough to find.
equivalent to the Junior Penguins, and it is a better Capitals logo than the Capitals. So literally, a junior team
Let's see this.
has a better logo.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't love it, but again, like,
It's better.
I was gonna say I don't love the Capitals logos, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the Capitals text going across, especially the fact that it looks like
I would definitely remove the text
I don't know if
altogether.
it's Arial, but it looks somewhat similar. But
I
I
just
mean,
yeah,
it's better.
is it just
Like
me,
if you
or
replace,
is the problem that the Capitals is just not a good name?
I actually had a dream jersey about this before my laptop decided to commit suicide. But
it
the
unalived itself,
Capitals were founded 2 years back.
kind of.
Oh no, am I on?
At least for me, I'm gonna be
Can you hear
honest.
me?
You've been cutting out a lot. I don't know if that's the
A
same for
little
you,
bit,
Justin.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, a little bit.
I was worried it was a me
Right.
problem, and then I realized that Justin hasn't been cutting out very much, and that it's probably not, or at least only a little bit.
Oof.
I think that's why you've inadvertently been talked
Anyways,
over a lot on this episode, Burkus.
It's because we hate you. It's
I tried to get Dad to let me use this work. I tried to get Dad to let me use this work setup, but he's like, no. And
that's
I mean,
funny.
hey, you could use your phones technically. You're just on a Discord call.
I mean,
Sure, I'm on my iPad. Like,
Yeah.
that might be better. But anyways, I had a dream jersey where the Capitals were founded 2 years later and called the Washington Bicentennials.
I like it. Even then, like I feel like the problem is like Capitals is, and it's kind of like the Blue Jackets too. Like, it's so abstract that like it's hard to get a like concrete identity of any kind. Like, which is why I think you have the Capitals that are just like a word mark for most of their, for the first, X years of their existence, and they brought it back. Whereas like the Blue Jackets as well, like they've been, like their initials effectively in their first logo, and then, a star in the state flag, which like I like the logo, but like objectively, like there's not much like that is an Ohio logo more so than it's a Blue Jackets logo, like
Yeah.
realistically.
And like the Capitals
That could
too.
reasonably be a Cleveland.
Their one
That
logo
could
that
reasonably.
is an eagle. It's not a capital. This is the only one that's a capital.
Right,
The Capitol building.
right.
That I believe is the Capitol
Exactly.
building. I'd assume so.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Lots of
So it's just
government
like
buildings with these domed tops to them.
which like don't really transition well into sports logos because you either illustrate the heck out of them like that or you use them in negative space basically, which means you need something else of note.
Yeah.
Now,
Like,
if going back to how this talk started, if the Rangers are the Stadium Series team, what the hell do you do with them?
the Rangers?
Yeah,
I mean,
that was my because they
I
haven't
think
been in the
you do
Stadium.
I think you do the what is it? The digital 6 NHL jersey with the diagonal. The whole jersey is the logo.
Yeah.
I have another. Should the Washington Capitals just be called the Washington Eagles and have the Screaming Eagle logo and lean into it.
I feel like the Capitals
I think
name has been it's been used for too long,
as
and they've won a Stanley Cup with it for
I
them to
think
change
if
realistically.
they hadn't won the cup,
Maybe.
if they hadn't won a
Even
cup,
then, it's
it
been used
had this
long enough that
conversation.
it's kind of like you kind of got to stick with it. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm used to it. I don't think it's that bad of a name, but it is just very abstract.
If they hadn't if they hadn't won a cup, and we were having this conversation in 2003,
I just they need to figure out what they want to do with it. It's like I don't. There's been no. It's kind of like the Canucks, but the Canucks have found something that works, even though it is abstract. Like the
Yeah.
Canucks have had some different identities because it doesn't really make sense.
Oh,
like it's a
the
thing.
Minnesota Wild have arguably the best logo in the NHL.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
but I
up
mean,
there.
that's also, like the
Like,
Wild, like you get like a feeling, you get an idea, like like wilderness and animals, and that's what their logo is. Like Capitals, it's like a building. Like the buildings aren't cool. Like buildings are cool.
It
Like
almost,
architecture is
in a
cool.
way, the
Like,
way
I do
that
enjoy
them
it.
using like the eagle and stuff like that kind of just gives me like Buffalo vibes. Like not necessarily Buffalo Sabres, but like
Yeah,
Buffalo sports in
fair.
general, where they basically all just use a buffalo or a bison, so to speak.
The logos,
The
yeah.
There's not a
Sabres,
picture of George
the
Washington.
Bills, the Buttes. At one
They
point,
have a
they
picture of
literally
George
had the Buffalo
Washington
Bisons.
big on the front.
Yeah, they do in baseball too. Isn't that the Jays AAA
Oh,
team?
that's right. Yeah, and I think the Braves, the former NBA team, is the only one I can think of that didn't, unless they did.
Yeah, and I think Buffalo University might also be the Bisons. Now that I think about it, or University of Buffalo. I think
They're the Bulls.
Oh, they're the Bulls, but they're also a Buffalo logo, aren't they? Or are they a bull?
Yeah. Well, I think they're close.
The Buffalo
I'm gonna say, is
Bulls
a
with
bull?
a logo as the
I think a
Buffalo.
bull is also for a male buffalo though. So I think their logo is just like no buffalo.
Isn't
a bull? I mean, a bull is a cow.
I was gonna say yeah.
But I mean, a bull is a male cow, but I think a male buffalo is also called a bull.
To Google, let's find out.
Oh, buffaloes called male buffalo is called a bull. There you go. Still got it.
I guess they can't have women's sports then.
Oh yeah, you're right.
No, female buffalo is called a butte.
Oh, well, then that's copyrighted.
Yeah, more of the story is the Washington Capitals have not established an identity in over 40 years and should fold.
They're quickly approaching 50.
They should move to Arizona. And then, because Arizona is a hockey bed, Gary Bettman told me. So,
no, what needs to happen is Arizona moves to Atlanta, Washington moves.
Arizona moves to Houston, Washington moves to Quebec City. Washington won't move. Washington is an awesome market. Like,
honestly,
I love the Washington.
if another team, pretty much any other team, did move to Arizona, like all the players, all of the staff, it would work fine. The management there is just terrible. It's a fine market.
Yeah.
They've just not had good management ever.
Is it like it's like fifth biggest city in the U.S.?
I'm not sure where it stands, but yeah, like there's so much potential, but it just they've had such terrible ownership.
Give me
it
the
doesn't
Washington Sentinels. I want the Washington Sentinels. I feel like would be sick.
Washington hockey team.
Oh, honestly,
Washington Commanders.
I wish the Washington football team stayed the Washington football team. I think it was kind of cool.
Like, just have a big ass logo of George Washington, right?
The Washington DC,
Washington.
the DC Washingtons.
No, bring back the DC Defenders.
I think we've done this to death. Shall we? Shall we call it?
I think we're about ready. Thank you all for listening to this episode of the Jersey Nerds podcast. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at @the_Jersey Nerds. You can find all of our other links in the description, to our website, to our blog, Redbubble for merchandise, our Discord, as mentioned before. There's a link tree down there with literally all of this and more. Check us out on YouTube, or I guess you're listening to us somewhere. We've got YouTube. We've got find the podcast that you're listening to now on whatever platform you listen to it on.
Check us out inside your ear.
We're gonna implant you.
Thank
It's
you
you.
all for listening, and have a good one.
The Jersey Nerds podcast is a production of Jersey Nerds Media. The Jersey Nerds are Bpoe, Hunter, Justin, Chris, and Noah.
And Will.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at @the_Jersey Nerds, and hit that link in our bio to find our blog, our Discord channel, our online store, and more. And be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen to us. We really appreciate it. From the Jersey Nerds to you, thanks for just listening to a podcast about you.